This is from Tim. Tim sends us this. This is from the antimedia.org. Facebook's secret file on you is bigger than you think. Here's how to view it. Oh, snap. All right. So Facebook's user data gathering prowess has been common knowledge for some time now, but one journalist's impromptu experiment suggests it's even more ubiquitous and pervasive than previously believed. A large part of Facebook's business model is selling the information it collects about users to advertisers. It's free to us because we're the product. Its algorithms track your posts, likes, shares, and preferences, of course, but they also track your overall internet activity. That means porn history, everybody. Disclaimer. That means porn history. Okay, so Wingham downloaded his Facebook files and was stunned by the specificity of the information. So let's see. Even if you're not logged on to Facebook, your browsing behavior is tracked by secret trackers called pixels, which are embedded on over 10,000 websites. Sorry, social media Luddites. Even if you've never used Facebook, your online activity is tracked every time you merely visit a website that contains Facebook ads and trackers, which I'd imagine is pretty much every website because Facebook's freaking huge. All right, so how do you get to see these? All right, here we go. To download your secret Facebook file, and of course I retweeted this article, guys, if you want to have it for reference later. To download your secret Facebook file, click at the top right of Facebook's navigation bar and select Settings. Then click Download a copy of your Facebook data beneath General Account Settings and click the green button. Then wait 10 minutes and you should receive an email letting you know that surveillance capitalism is alive and well. I like the prose in this article. This was a fun written article. Let me give a shout out to the author here. Who wrote this article? Somebody did. That's for sure. Jake Anderson. I like your prose, Jake. I dig it. Wow, Tim, are you going to go download that right away?
Yeah, I'm looking. I want to retweet you right now. It sounds very interesting, man. I'd like to know what they got on the brother, bro. Because yeah, this is horrific. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's something. I was just like watching Snowden recently, and it's one of the things that you know, we kind of have just accepted that we really live in a state of nonstop surveillance. But then when you really take a step back, you realize how scary that actually is. And we've just commonly accepted it. You know, I mean, it started with the Patriot Act, where we were willing to trade off our liberties for and our right to privacy for quote unquote security. Yeah. And then it just kept expanding. And you know, all the people that talk about how dangerous Trump is just, you know, voted to continue unlimited surveillance. They voted to continue to give him unlimited FISA power. That's something the quote unquote resistance is doing. So yeah, this is, and now Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg is a, you know, neoliberalism capitalist who I think intends to run for president at some point. What do you think about that, Tim?
I think he's got something he wants to do. I think he has his eyes set somewhere. I mean, he's already rich as can be. I don't, you know, power would only be the natural progression for that, you know, type of narcissism. You got to have to want to be one of those guys, man. I don't know, bro. I look at Facebook. I know what excuse can we make for letting this be okay with us to let Facebook have all our data like that? I mean, you pointed out the Patriot Act. At least they scared us. At least they scared us like, okay, we need to protect you, so this is what we have to do. What does Facebook need to do? They need to know your recipes?
Well, they're scaring us. They're scaring us again, and this time it's under the big bad boogeyman is Russia. I mean, the FBI is monitoring social media more than ever before as a result of Russiagate, and this is what they wanted. You know, Silicon Valley is determining what is and isn't free speech. They decided that apparently what you were doing was not free speech. This is all a cyclical effect of the Russia hysteria. That's why when you see people push this stuff without being critical and without having an objective critical lens, it's disturbing. And it's very, you know, you understand why the people in the corporate media are doing this, because they're just benefiting from the ratings of it and they don't have any journalistic integrity. But when you see people in the independent sphere just uncritically pushing this stuff, you're like, what are you doing? You're eating your own. And, it's going to be one of those scenarios. First, they came for the communists. I did not speak out. First they came for our team. I did not speak out. Then they came for Tim Black, and I did not speak out. Well, then they came to me, and there was no one left to speak for me. And they took the internet too.
It's crazy, man. And you're right. First of all, they don't have a problem with Trump. They really don't. It's all window dressing, man. They go along pretty much with what he, with his policies. They feign, oh no, Trump, but they gave the guy what? How much? Like $7 billion more than what he asked for his military. I forget what number that was. But yeah, they're exceeding his expectations for how pliable the Democrats are being to Trump's initiatives, and so yeah, they want to scare us with that. I say that at the end of the day, the Russian narrative, it was all a smokescreen to take what they wanted to take from us. But still, Zuckerberg, man, that guy scares me, man. So does Jeff Bezos, man. I'm watching this guy too.
Jeff Bezos, I mean, he just Amazon is trying to develop a currency. I covered that on my show, and we're going to do a longer segment on it over on the Jimmy Dore show soon here. And so they have a currency now. And I mean, the only thing that Jeff Bezos has left to get into is water. And if he starts making deals with like Nestle, and if he starts like maybe getting involved in like some, like some waterways and stuff like that, I mean, it's over. And I say this slightly tongue in cheek, but I mean, we could see the day where we say all hail Emperor Bezos, and if you don't say that, you go to fucking jail.
Wow. Kim Jong-un style, huh?
I mean, think about it. The guy, he controls distribution. He controls DC in the chat points out Bezos bucks. That's a reference to a joke that we did on the Jimmy Dore show. We did a Jimmy Dore show segment where we're saying, Jeff Bezos is getting involved in all this type of stuff. You know what's going to come next? Bezos bucks. And then what happened a few months later, he actually does it. Which means maybe Jeff Bezos watches our show and he saw that and he thought, oh, good idea. I'm going to do that. He actually did it. We made a joke about it. He's doing it. They're getting involved with currency and they want it to be people's main. Kimmy says that she's happy you're here, Tim. She says hi and she's happy to see you here. Her exact words were Tim woot woot.
Thank you.
There you go. So, yeah, I mean, like, he's actually doing it. He's actually doing currency. It's beyond scary. Hey, guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit. And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.